So here's how it works in the world of TV. You build a graphic before you come on air and you think, right, what's going to be the main talking point? We'll put them top. So that's why Chelsea Brentford is there. Then we've got Liverpool Burnley. And then we've got Spurs against West Ham. Is it still that same order now? Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Donaldson alongside Janusz Michallik. We have had some drama in the 3 p.m. UK time kickoffs. But what is the most drama, Janusz? Is it West Ham winning at Spurs with Thomas Frank under pressure? Is it Liam Rosenior getting his first league win in charge of Chelsea? Or is it the defending champions being a goal up and in the end maybe fortunate not to lose against second bottom Burnley? Where do you want to start? Your choice.
Let's start with Chelsea. Let's get them out of the way because they're first in order in that graphic. So I'm gonna appreciate the work of our guys in production here. So let's start with them. One of those. Or unless you have a question, you can go with a question.
No, when you look at the league table, Brentford were ahead of Chelsea before kickoff. On paper, it looks like a Chelsea win. Cole Palmer back fit again, playing 90 minutes, getting the second goal from the penalty spot. Joao Pedro getting the first after it was initially chalked off because of a wrong a wrong decision for offside, which VAR later corrected. Brentford had chances, had some big chances as well. So Chelsea winning, big win, takes them above Brentford. What did you make of their performance?
They bore me. That's really that's the problem. They do. Wow. I mean, I don't want to take anything away. It's 2-0. At the end of the day, you got to new manager to give them credit first. The first game against Arsenal in FA Cup, right? 3-2. They give themselves a chance in the rematch, right? And that's a game where they went into without key players, right? Reece James and Caicedo and Cole Palmer were rested. They were here today. But yeah, I mean, if you look at that first half, what if? I mean, we have to break it down. If you look at Kevin Schade, that chance he had, I don't know why he didn't shoot. He was looking for a pass where, the goal was wide open. Jensen hits the post, right? And then Thiago in the second half, that header was very, very close. And, they had their chances. In the run of play, they were just as good as Chelsea for what they have, right, in terms of talent. But, yeah, Chelsea ultimately found a way. I find them, when I say I find them boring, just mechanical. It seems that they have creativity in Pedro Neto and Cole Palmer, Estevao when he, if and when he comes in. But I just don't see it. If I had to say it, and it's early, of course, and nothing happens overnight. I don't see anything different from what Amorim put out there. I've said it before. I don't see a team or identity. I don't know what they're good at. I may be repeating myself for those that have heard me on Chelsea before, but much of muchness. But I suppose for Rosenior as a new manager, it's a positive start. At the end of the day, as always, 3 points are what's important.
Right, Maresca's gone, Rosenior's come in, and now they have their first Premier League win since the middle of December. This isn't going to be an immediate, wow, everything's changed, everything's different. Is there one thing that maybe Maresca didn't do? You've just said you're not entertained, you're bored. Is there one thing that Rosenior can start off with to maybe get them back on track?
I just think that they need to be a little bit more direct. I saw again pretty same, right? Good possession, changing the point, but rather slowly. That little extra direct play, quicker on the break, that killer instinct, right? I mean, they create enough, in my opinion, but yet, every play it seems to take forever to develop. I'll be repeating myself later with Liverpool. That's even worse to a degree. But yeah, I think that team's got to play with a little more energy and a little bit quicker because again, I have not seen any changes yet. And 2 games doesn't make a difference. I haven't seen any tactical tweaks just yet. So let's wait and see. 3 points are important, but this is pretty same Chelsea so far.
Looking at Brentford's recent results, they've been excellent. And they, as you say, they had their chances. Obviously, no Thomas Frank now. Keith Andrews is come in. This is one of these. If you get something, then great. Did they deserve something from this one?
Oh, absolutely. And the chances they had, it sets up the game. Those, a couple of chances in the first half, I think, I think would have changed the game. You'd see a little bit more panic. Obviously, different pressures at Chelsea and different pressures at Brentford, right? Keith Andrews hasn't changed much. We had plenty of questions for him, the way he got his job and his previous experience with the team. But I think, obviously, they're punching above the waist. There's no questions about that. But they're disciplined. They're organized. They haven't changed in that, and they're difficult to get through, I suppose. This is one of those teams that they give you same level every time they step on the pitch. Strong, physical, good on set pieces, long throw-ins, obviously. And Kevin Schade, who today, if I look at him statistically, probably not great, but he has been in a good form right now. He is one of those players that's very, very dangerous. That's why the setup for that chance that he had was so good. I don't know why he decided that he needed to look for somebody in the far post. But yes, first half was nothing to write home about in terms of Chelsea.
Yeah, that Schade chance when he cuts back inside. The obvious thing looking on is take the shot, but I don't know, maybe he's thought that a teammate is in a better position, but he's no more than 10, 12 yards out and tries that. Look, Chelsea got a clean sheet. Brentford, who'd won more games than anybody else except Arsenal, Man City and Villa this season, stay where they are. It's that period of the league table. Liverpool in 4th on 36th. There's only 5 points of a difference between them and Fulham in 10th. And with Chelsea and Brentford in there, Brentford will be top 10, won't they?
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. I think they've already done their job. It's, their job description every season is the same, right? To be safe and then see how much they can get out of it, right? You have probably 4 or 5 teams that are in the same boat with, English teams getting a lot of places in different European competitions. You first make sure that you're safe, because there's no guarantee for a team like Brentford. We've seen that with Burnley before. We see that with Forest now. We continue to see that with West Ham and Everton even in years past, right? So that's the first priority. After that, especially in a season like this where the top teams are maybe not at their best, right? 3 or 4 teams. There's an opportunity. There's a chance. For Chelsea, this was a massive game. If you look at the position and the tightness between the teams, and they got the job done. So again, I'm not taking anything away from Chelsea, but I don't know about you, but it always seems to me for the last 2 or 3 years that, this is a process for sure, but is that process developing? Is it getting better? I have my doubts. I get it, some young players, but let's forget about that a little bit, because there's enough experienced players on that team and enough talent that I think you should be seeing some progression, and I'm not so sure I see it.
Yeah, I was checking the forums, the Shed End, CFC Net forum, and Talk Chelsea forums. I'm sure you'll feature on there with your comment that Chelsea were boring. Chelsea get 3 points. They don't care right now. This is about getting them up the table, getting them back among winning ways in the Premier League for the first time since mid-December, and that's exactly what they did.